You need to breathe easy today. Let it go. You may have been told that if you're clever enough, if you're loud enough, if you talk fast enough, that somehow people are magically going to say yes. But real buying decisions, they aren't born from pressure. They come out of and are born from relationship. Today, we're going to show you why you don't have to convince anyone in 20 seconds. You don't have to have the most amazing landing page. We're going to show you how trust is the real engine behind every sale, every client, and every single breakthrough that you and everyone you're meant to work with will ever have. Hi, my name's Steve Kidd. I am a third-generation minister, an international best-selling author of 39 books and counting. I've had the amazingly wonderful privilege of working with more than 5,000 people, helping them write, publish, market their books to bestseller. We've been a marketing company for almost 40 years now. Over the course of that time, I've had the privilege of working with multi-billionaires, working with people that are brand new startups, doing the kind of things that, we all dream of wanting to be able to do in our lives, making the impact in people's lives that we were meant to make. It's cracking me up. The vacuum cleaner is running right now. I just literally said, okay, I'm going to go live. And then the vacuum cleaner turned on and the dog came in and opened the door. This is my life, folks. I am so blessed to be here today to talk to you about the truth and the reality behind what really, really sells. Now, I know sometimes sales gets a bad rap, but the fact of the matter is as my multi-billionaire friend Errol Abramson always used to say, nothing happens until a sale is made. And it's true. I don't care how advanced the marketing program is until somebody says, would you like fries with that? Until somebody says or puts up a Coke machine. Coca-Cola can run the greatest ads in the world. There was this one in front of the movies that they were doing for a while, and it was, I try to stay off of soda, but I'm telling you what, man, if ever a commercial was going to make you get up out of your seat, miss the beginning of the movie, and go and get a Coke, that commercial was totally it. But here's the thing. What if the place that you were at didn't sell Coke? Does that mean that you're not going to get it? Maybe, possibly. You see, nothing happens until the sale is made. Now, if you walk up and you say, yeah, I'd like to have a Coke, and they're like, we only have Pepsi products here. Would you like a? See that would you like a versus just a, we can't do that for you. We don't sell Coke. Okay, fine, bye. Don't take my money. Okay. Nothing happens until a sale is made. So let's put that into, let's really lock that in, first of all, okay? Now, secondly, we have to understand that we buy from people that we know, like, and trust, okay? I'm going to stick with my Coca-Cola analogy. Here's the thing. With all of the things that doctors talk about with Coca-Cola and all the things that are bad about it, with the fact that you can clean the acid buildup off of the terminals on your car battery, Coca-Cola is a trusted brand. They have spent the time. How do they do that? Well, they basically invented the new modern version of how we see Santa Claus. Prior to Coca-Cola's ad campaign, he was more of a little sprightly elf. Now the big fat jolly old guy. Coca-Cola totally did that for us. How about now the polar bears? Aren't they just the greatest? I love their polar bear commercials, all of those kind of things. Do you remember back? And it was, it's been a while, so you'd have to be an old guy like me, right? But, when they had the, I'd like to teach the world to sing. And then they added, I'd like to buy the world a Coke. Boom, just totally. That is about building trust. Okay, so Coke, Coca-Cola, that name. You can live anywhere in the world. You can be watching me from anywhere. And if I say Coca-Cola, if I say Coke, now if I say Coke, you might, be thinking about nose candy, but for the most part, you're thinking about the caffeinated, the soft drink, Coca-Cola, right? They known. Okay, they're trusted because of that identification with the polar bears and Santa Claus and all those kind of things, and all the years that they've been out there and all the places that you can get it. And they're liked. People have preferences. If you like Coke, you like Coke. And for the most part, when somebody asks if Pepsi's okay, you pretty well say no. There are some people that it doesn't matter. But for the most part, people that are in Pepsi, they're Pepsi people. And people that are Coke, they're Coke people. Know, like, and trust. We buy from people that we know, like, and trust. Okay, so here's where the problem comes in. We get all these marketing experts that are telling us, here's how you want to put together your amazing landing page. And you want to do this, and you want to have this video at the top of it, and you want to blah, 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 and you want to all, right? And I've been in the marketing world, like you told you, for like 40 years, okay? And yet, here's the truth, okay? Nobody's buying from you from a 20-second, 30-second, super long, takes you 2, 3. In fact, really, the super long ones, let's be honest, they annoy the heck out of us. We hope that there's buttons throughout it that'll let us drop down, or that we can just say, hey, yeah, I want to get it, or we click out of it. Okay, we know psychologically that you have about 7 seconds to lock a person in and have them go back down. Top of that copy. Okay, we know that from a branding standpoint. Okay, what that 7 seconds is about trust. It's about people seeing beyond the, hey, you're trying to get into my pocket, and begin the process of that know, like, and trust. There is an incredible tool that does that better than anything else in the world. Better than your business card, better than a great video, better than a live. It's called a book. Okay? You may throw somebody's business cards away. You are not going to throw a book away. You feel like some kind of Nazi if you throw away a book. Your book. And they move around the world. They sit on people's desks. They get picked up. They get thumbed through. They go in, doctors and other types of offices with waiting rooms. And people will thumb through them. You read a book, you start it, you stop it. We know statistically that the longer the book is, the less people that finish it. But that doesn't mean that people, they read the couple of pages and then they throw it away. Not really, not usually. For the most part, the book just gets up on the shelf. It is the absolute opportunity for you to build know, like, and trust. This whole bunk, this whole lie, really, that you're going to create this amazingly incredible landing page, and somehow in that landing page, people are going to spend $5, $500, $5,000. What if you have a $100,000 program? You better have built some know, like, and trust to them. I don't care what any of the experts, and I know I've been in a bunch of those classes too. The only difference between selling somebody a $5 program and a $100,000 program is your belief in yourself and talking to the right people. Well, yes, but no, not really. It's about, do they have $100,000 worth of value in who you are and what you do? Do they value you at that level? And let's be honest, most people don't value us at that level. There's a lot of things. I have them come across my desk every day. All right. There are a ton of things that, it's 99 cents, it's $5, it's whatever, it's worth it to spend. I think I got one the other day that was like $17, lifetime, unlimited access. Okay. It was a tool that is something that, I kind of use anyway, all right, cool. There's actually, and you see the psychology of the landing page, and they get us, and they tend to, for more than anything, they tend to blow out our know, like, and trust. They tend to blow out relationship, because you do that first page and you say, hey, yeah, I'd try this out for $2, $5, $10, $100, I mean, usually not 100, 2, 5, 27 is about the top of that. And then what happens? You get to the next page and they're like, oh, well, if you like that, you'd really like this. And sometimes they get us, sometimes it's like, oh, well, yeah, I do need that. Or, you'd like to get this thing. It's like this one that I was talking about that I got the other day. It's like, get unlimited access to this for a lifetime. All right, $17, a tool that is something I use all the time. Fine. All right, I happen to have $17 right now. Let's do it. And it actually, I think, now that I think about it, I think it was $14. Yeah. But anyway, okay. Then you get to the next page and they're like, if you'd like to have unlimited access, I was like, wait a minute. You told me that this was an unlimited access product. And now you're telling me that really, if I want unlimited access, I've got the silver program, which is unlimited, but it isn't because there's a limit to the unlimited. Or and that one's like $47. Or for $147 one-time fee, you can get it truly unlimited, no limits, no holds barred. The worst of that on that whole page, the thing was broken. I mean, I probably would have, I was in a place where, because it's a tool I use so much, I would have paid the $147 to have unlimited lifetime access to it. The 30-day money back guarantee, if it, doesn't work the way that it's supposed to work. No button to be able to buy that one. All right. You see, we try so hard in 30 seconds, in a minute, in these multiple blah, 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 blah pages to try to get people to open up their wallets and give us money without building know, like, and trust. We buy from people that we know, like, and trust. You're not going to convince anybody to know you, to like you, to trust you, to open up their wallet and give you money in 20 seconds. It just doesn't happen. I mean, it does happen. It happens all the time, but it's not really real. It's not predictable. It's all emotional. You end up with a lot of chargebacks. You didn't lay the groundwork. Okay, you could go out right now to a bar, okay? Any bar anywhere in the world, and it's 12:20 Central Time right now. If you're listening to me live, so if you're in a bar at 12:20, it's lunchtime, so I suppose whatever, okay? But you could go into any type of a situation where there's a whole bunch of people, all right? So in other words, not the bar in Milton Vale because, A, it's back up for sale and closed again. But, B, and more importantly, there's probably going to only ever at any point in given time be 2 people there, because they live in a town of 400. But, if you went into one that has hundreds of people in it, and let's say specifically you're a male and you're into women, there's 200 women there. The probable, and let's use a larger number. Let's use there's 20,000 women. You're at this huge concert, this huge stadium, okay, and 20,000 of the people in the stadium are women, okay. You could go throughout there, especially if alcohol's involved. You can go throughout there, go up to every single last one of them, and just flat out say, "Hey, do you want to marry me? Hey, do you want to marry me? Hey, do you want to marry me? Hey, do you want to marry me?" You'd probably run into one before you got through 20,000. They would say, yeah, let's do it. Okay. If you ready for this? If you handed every single one of them, and I realize how much this would cost, if you handed every single one of them, I have $100 if you'll marry me, you'd find somebody even closer. I knew this lady that was a Avon sales rep, and literally her pitch was, do you want to join Avon? I'll give you $1. She literally said that to every single person. You can get people to say yes, but that's not predictable and that's not real. And yeah, it could go viral. You could do an amazing video, I saw yesterday. Well, I saw of yesterday or day before yesterday, technically. This morning, when I was looking at 2 days ago's Instagram, I had an Instagram that went, quote unquote viral for me. It was like 3,800 views. I was psyched. I was like, yay. This very same topic. You cannot convince somebody to buy from you in 20 seconds. It isn't real. But you can give somebody your book. Your book could be 50 pages long. It could be like 120 pages long. Now, if your book's 300 pages and you hand it to somebody, they're probably going to feel overwhelmed. And if your audio book, when a person downloads it, it says it's going to take 15, 18, 20 hours to listen to, if a person is like a long haul trucker, then absolutely. Everybody else is listening to it at double speed, or they're not going to listen to the whole thing. Let's just be real. But if you have this powerful little book that has the things that people need, and you have it positioned so that it's very low cost, I'm talking like 99 cents for your ebook, and you have SEO and the right marketing stuff to be able to get people to start purchasing the book and have your book get suggested by Amazon, all those kind of things. That's what I'm talking about. That's becoming visible and valuable and building know, like, and trust. You need that. And I've got that for you. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to DM Amplify. Drop it in a DM to me. Drop it in the comments right now. We need to get you visible on Amazon with a book that builds the know, like, and trust and leads people to the thing that you actually are going to make money on. Let's turn your book into, whether it's the book you have, the next book you're doing, or the book that you know you need to do, let's make it work powerfully for you right now. DM the word Amplify. Put it in the comments and let's do it. Because you don't need to convince people fast. You need to show up real. Because the minute that people trust you is the minute that they truly feel seen. They feel seen. That's the moment everything in your business starts to work. Trust is the strategy. Visibility is the system. And someone's out there waiting for you right now. Show up for them in the way that only you can, to make the difference that only you can make. And let's do it today. I look forward to working with you. I want to see you blow up in the world and be the amazingly incredible you that you are. Let's do it. DM Amplify to me today. And until we're together again next time, I hope you have a great week.